Good evening, hunks and hotties, and welcome to another sultry session of Blood from a Stone. I'm your Dreadmaster, Philip, and tonight we're back in the Dreadland of Voluptua, where everything is hot, steamy, and sexy. Joining me are our players. Blow a kiss hello, players.
Hello.
God,
Hello.
Everything about this is so goofy. Here we are in Voluptua, and it's always a real good time in Voluptua, and I think that I will say that I feel like Voluptua came at the right time in this campaign.
A lot of other people did too.
Just because I think that it was important for people to understand the variety of influences that were put into the different Dreadlands here, and I think Voluptua is kind of a different look than some of the other domains. So, without too much further ado, I will kind of recap some of what we had happen in our past sessions here. Rawlings, of course, has been kind of going on a excellent adventure through various Dreadlands, originating in Berkshire.
He saw an advertisement for sandals, the beach resort, and really liked it.
He really did. So he started in Berkshire, made it to Heistles, made it to Rocket Base 95, made it to Voluptua. That's 4 of 13. Most just people, aside from Mistwalkers, do not venture to this many domains and live. So Rawlings, there's something special about him. Mainly described as cowardice. Knows when to run from a fight. Rawlings has arrived here after sort of following this kind of bewitching woman named Sequoia. She kind of charmed him into coming with her through a steaming purple misty pool that had arrived during a dreadstorm in Rocket Base 95. He awoke in a lagoon and found himself embroiled in strange kind of like plots or schemes amongst largely the employees of the Grand Voluptuan Resort to get featured in a calendar. He met a bartender there. She was already going to be having a shoot with, her name is Trixie Daisy. She was going to be having a shoot with Kimberly Lisa Thiessen, but as it happened, when she saw Rawlings, something about his accent being so similar to the accent she was pretending to have, coupled with the fact that he took his glasses off and had been hot all along, made her decide that she needed to bang him, which temporarily inflamed the passions of one fireman who lit her hair on fire. But all of this being said, the next day, as often happens in Voluptua, all was forgiven, and Kimberly, Trixie, Rawlings, and Fireman ventured off with a new handsome stranger, the Soldier of Fortune, someone who Rawlings inadvertently brought here. The Soldier of Fortune had no business here. He was on other affairs, but a 13 in the mist summoned this very dangerous Mistwalker, who sort of will take military action. He'll take sort of mercenary work for hire only when commissioned to, as opposed to the bounty hunter they've talked about someone called the bounty hunter who kind of goes out and takes on whatever. So he has roped Rawlings, Trixie, Fireman, and KLT, although she may wander off into the jungle here. He has taken them on a mission after a very sexy boat ride deep into the rainforest heart of the far side of Voluptua. He is looking for, or he's taking them to a secret photo studio in the middle of the rainforest. That's weird. You're muted, Fireman.
I know, I was just saying to myself, that's sexy. Read my lips.
Read my lips.
And the thing about lip reading, so sexy.
In fact,
Should I leave?
Lips.
I'll leave you alone.
We should do a guys only one of these.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just the fellas.
Just the fellas? Oh my god.
Too good.
Slap a
Who's
little.
who's writing fanfic about Soldier of Fortune and Fireman after a long night on a mission?
I mean, it's definitely out there. Well, I mean, and you really could roll. You can't roll read lips, but you could roll squeeze lips.
Yeah.
Shh. Old joke. I think I would talk about this with Lauren back when we worked at a children's theater, but I really thought there was a funny thing of like, you know how like in romance movies where like a guy will like shush a girl like this, like shh. I thought it was really funny to be like shut up, to like hold her mouth.
Or just like you put your hand over the mouth. Yeah.
I think that's too effective. I went. Anyway. So, Rawlings and his friends ventured into the jungle with Soldier of Fortune, who has a rad harpoon gun on his back. They then came upon a naturally occurring hot tub, which is a thing in Voluptua, let me tell ya, where they found a sexy trio getting hot and heavy. But something about these individuals was not normal. Their appearances were sort of stretched and kind of eerie. Their eyes had a strange glow, and they actually, upon hearing the rest of the group, because Soldier of Fortune would often try to take them out, began to, like, call to them. And Trixie ran very quickly, eagerly allowed her top to be taken off as she was pulled into the hot tub. But then, as the others were, like, kind of trying to resist these calls, Soldier of Fortune just came out shooting harpoons, and he killed these three creatures who seemed, especially as they sort of started like making odd like calls and doing weird things, they seemed completely inhuman, though they appear human. Something strange about them, but Rawlings recognizes that woman Sequoia was probably one of these beings. Even so, what an interesting occurrence. The Soldier of Fortune led you all deeper into the sexy heart of Voluptua. That's how I ended the recap. And that is where we begin our session, right after I read tonight's invocation. Now, guys, bit of a warning, or not a warning, just a heads up. Tonight's invocation features some real twists and turns, I'd like to say. Okay.
I'm ready. Look, I'm prepared. I'm holding on to the edge of my seat.
Turn-ons. Taking a long, hot shower. When my boyfriend joins me, it's even better. Turn-offs. The drop-dead looks from snotty, maybe jealous females. Racial bigotry. Anything or anyone who pollutes our once pristine planet. Miss January 1993. She's got 3 real North Stars she's not into there.
You know what? It's good to be a well-rounded human being.
I laughed. I gasped when I first read racial bigotry on her list of turnoffs. Because, like, I'm not saying it shouldn't be a turnoff. It was just based on the first one was kind of so, like sexist. And then, but racial bigotry, and then also not to just say pollution, to like really go anyone who pollutes our once pristine planet. I'm really curious about her. I should look up who Miss
Echo Johnson.
Is that who it
Echo
is?
Johnson.
Cool.
Yeah, Echo Johnson.
There you go. Miss January 1993. Well,
Little known fact, she was actually a Ferengi.
Is that true?
No.
Okay.
But when you refer to human females as females. Human females.
Racial bigotry. Anyone who pollute our once pristine planet. Anyone who doesn't follow the rules of acquisition.
I know, right? Hey, save that for 3 weeks from now.
It's a Friday game. We can.
Oh no, guys, we're doing we're gonna do Star Trek stuff all the live long week. We had such a good Star Trek session
Voluptua
yesterday.
is going to do a holodeck, or Star Trek is going to do a Voluptua
There is-
episode in a holodeck.
There is actually, if they
The
ever go to
Risa?
Risa on Star Trek, on the Noteworthy, if they ever go to Risa, we probably should use these rules. We should bust
Yeah,
out the love
absolutely.
dice.
Oh, for sure.
I hope there's some crossover.
We have to.
characters.
Oh my god. Well, in that case, I think there's nothing more to say because we did our invocation, we did our recap.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you all make your way through the rainforest, as often happens in Voluptua, night falls. The days here seem shorter, you know, kind of just like once a couple of sexy things have happened in the day, it's time for the night. As you're making your way through, it's interesting, though you're in a thick jungle, the moon seems to shine brightly enough that you actually can see your way. And at times you feel like there are actually like torches burning, kind of just planted along the paths. Even here, far from the resort in the more untamed areas of the island. Once again, the Soldier of Fortune sort of pauses and signals for you all to stop. He turns back and just points at the ground, goes like this, and then stalks silently into the darkness.
Fireman sneakily goes over and grabs one of the torches and swiftly puts it out for future use.
Ooh, okay. You certainly would have an incendiary thing. So you can, you easily be able to light one. Go ahead and just roll for me. Putting it out is not a problem, but like pulling it out of the ground, just make a roll. I don't think this goes to any of your specific ones. It's kind of like a strength sort of thing.
Suck thigh.
Suck thigh. You. All right, suck thigh. You, with the need to play with this flame, overwhelms you, Fireman. So you grab it, and as you're pulling it up, the flames are dancing, and you just know how creative you can be with this thing. How, it's this consuming need. So you pull it out, and you do put it out. But before you put it out, you do spin it around in an passionate, kind of muscular dance with the torch before you sort of plunge it onto the earth.
It's hard not to dance when you have an open flame. I'm trying my best. It's fire.
May I approach Fireman?
Mm-hmm.
And do,
Guys, no joke. Do you kiss her finger?
Yeah.
All right.
It goes back. It goes back.
No!
Yeah, you do. So basically, you begin to kiss her finger, and Trixie, him kissing your finger is just so hot.
okay. Stick
So
my finger in his mouth.
you stick your finger in his mouth, and suddenly, if you two are willing to, here on the silent path with Rawlings just watching, are you guys cool for an opening sex scene here?
Sure.
All right, great. Then yes.
Jane, are you?
Then it goes back by one. I should have confirmed that with you guys. It's a -1.
No!
-1. Sex
No!
scene.
If we do the tropes, we get it taken back.
I need a. Oh god, Rawlings wishes he had like a knife so he could slit both their throats.
So
We don't do that in Voluptua.
So basically,
I'm
as
not from
Rawlings, as you're sort of sitting here, at this point, Fireman starts sucking on Trixie's finger and then kind of suddenly grabs her in this passionate embrace. Before you know it, like these are much more like intense kind of like they clearly don't have like an actual crane. They probably have like a, you know, like a 3/4 crane or something. They're just doing like a jib arm. So they're just kind of doing these like swooping things as the two of them are like pulling their clothes off and we're like cross-fading between. Now, Rawlings, are you tantalized by this display, or are you so frustrated? You do have more perspective, so you're not being compelled.
My survival instincts are kicking into high gear.
Understood.
I'm not.
So Rawlings, are you going to watch, or are you going to like move away from them?
I would like to. Is there like a shrub or a bush nearby?
Yes, you want to watch from the bushes? Absolutely.
I want to watch from the bushes, but I want to be hidden. I want to just hide myself in the bushes in case their noises of passion bring back some more of.
You can hide.
I would like to say I'm holding his.
At least.
Oh wait, are you guys quiet fucking? Because that's so much hotter.
Yes, I'm not going to compromise our position.
Cool.
How do I say this in a way that can't be taken? I'm not going to compromise our position. I'm not going to.
So basically,
we're not going to let the bad guys hear us.
So Rawlings, as they begin to go to town on each other, guys, once again, Trixie's top comes off. We see them. It's amazing. We see Fireman's butt again. He was on one of the lists of the top 10, like, firm buns of these kinds of movies. So they're just going to town, and it's, like, in the dirt, and they're, like, it seems extra nasty because they got their hands over each other's mouths the whole time. It's crazy. Rawlings, but it also is intercut with these shots of them grinding and there's always like a strategic rock, you know, like covering stuff up, and then you cut over to Rawlings watching from behind like a bush, like
from within the bush.
From within a bush. Well,
yeah, you see his perspective, like
yeah, we kind of cut to him sort of watching, but although based on the time frame of when this is, it's more like he's watching from the landing strip. Anyway, as you guys keep going and doing all this crazy stuff.
Oh my god.
That's good. Took me a second.
Starting hot, y'all. Coming in hot.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
As they reach like a moment of like pleasure, and collapse on each other. Rawlings.
Yes.
You sense that somebody is moving towards you all from the trees.
Is it the direction from which the soldier? This direction was...
It is not. It's from the side, and more specifically, it's from the direction that Fireman stole that torch from.
I'm going to stay hidden. I'm not going to say a thing.
Understood. So as Trixie and Fireman kind of like wrapped up in the dirt on the ground, you hear a voice, both of you saying.
Also, I'm going to, remembering the previous people, I'm going to try and cover my ears.
Understood. I'll tell you what, Mr. Rawlings. This isn't taking off glasses or invoking mystery. Just give me a straight roll.
Squeeze thigh.
Squeeze thigh. All right. Squeeze is sort of strong, possessing, almost dominating. So you're sort of like, you're very intensely trying to sort of do this thing. You're not going overboard with it. You're not being like super precise. You're just being like very intense about it. So what you probably do is you're actually scooping up like dirt and stuffing it into, because you remember he like put stuff in his ears. So you're like trying to stuff your ears. But thigh is always a rough one, especially for you with your sort of, you know, like that. It's like that energetic surging. The most dangerous one for you is probably something more like ears or something, because you're like like curious about things, but like, there's a part of you that has a little bit of curiosity. So we will say that you have covered your ears up, but some part of you like does wonder what might be said. So it's not a perfect seal.
Okay, yes.
But I'd love that you say nothing and leave them to whatever.
Tell me if that's out of character. I don't believe it is.
Not in the slightest. You hear a voice saying, "Oh, it's dark here. It wasn't supposed to be dark like this here. Can you tell what I mean?" And this other person sort of says, you hear this sort of softer voice, Trixie and Fireman, saying, "Yes, I see. Let's have a look around. I smell something wonderful. I'm not sure we're alone out here. Will you hold my hand, honey?" "Yes, I'll hold your hand."
Can't.
You guys hear little footsteps moving over the leaves. Both of you guys are literally on the ground, like in the middle of the path.
Can we like roll? Like, can I try to roll over to the bushes? Like, whichever is closest.
Go ahead and make a roll to roll. I guess that's sure. Let's make a roll to roll.
Okay.
This is none of your other things apply for this.
That is damn it. Well, a stroke ears, and my ears are a turn off.
No, your ears are a turn on.
Oh, they're a turn on. Sorry.
So stroke is being very precise.
Uh-huh.
But as you do so, as you kind of like, there's just something about the way you're doing this. You're trying to intuit where you're going. You're sort of in a sort of dreamy way, but you're being very precise about, I just want to get just here, so maybe like they couldn't see me if they just looked from over there. You pull your naked body under some of the fronds on the ground. A snake slithers over you, sexy. And there's some sexy beetles.
There's a sexy snake.
There's the sexy dross of the forest, like it's all, anyway, so as you climb under there, but because of that turn on, you aren't as quiet as you might want to be. You like find yourself enjoying the feeling of like the earth and leaves against your naked body as you kind of like are just like having this like dreamy feeling. You're the sensing that's on there. The sensation of like rubbing your hand, and you're making a little more noise, and like the bushes are sort of moving a bit. Fireman, are you doing anything?
Well, we were embraced, so we were doing like a double roll.
Oh, you were rolling with her?
I mean, we were holding on to one another.
I would agree.
Okay, fair enough. Then would you also make a roll for me? So Trixie gets to exactly where she wants to go.
And I have. Can I use fire dance, which is it's an agile type of move?
I'm gonna say you can really only use that when you have fire in your hand. As the
what
way
about sandcastle? I'm in the sand, am I not?
You are on mud more than in the sand.
Oh, it's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. I'm just rolling.
Yeah, just
Straight
roll this. I mean, that being said, somebody totally could pick for Voluptua in future. Rolling around in the dirt is totally a logical thing to pick for this place.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. I got blow lips.
Blow lips. So, she is very precise in where she's going. You're sort of trying to be subtle in your movements. Blow is actually really good for like a being stealthy situation, and lips just kind of you understand what she's trying to do, so you're kind of going there. But the fact that like she's moving so much is, it's maybe a little bit worrisome. She's really feeling this, like everything under these bushes,
nature,
and now feeling your body. She's gripping you into herself. So anyway, but at this point, some footsteps come on. Now, all of you are sort of hiding, so none of you get a good look at this, but there appear to be sort of the shape of two women step out and are sort of standing here under the moonlight in this kind of foresty area that you guys were hiding. The sort of the drawl that you've heard says, "Oh, well, looks like somebody was having a good time here." And you can hear her like picking up some of the clothing that you all discarded.
Just naked.
Oh, and here's our torch. How do you think this got over here, honey? And the voice whispering in this kind of like, now that you hear it, it sounds very ragged, says, "Fucking. I think you're right. Well, you're still not quite complete, so it might be fun to find whoever this was and let you feed a little bit." Yes. Does that sound good? What about him? Well, hopefully he'll get to feed too, but he's not with us right now, honey. Maybe, but let's get you fixed up, and then maybe you can help him feed if there's no trouble. Okay. You hear sort of sounds of them looking through the forest. But then that sort of... Yeah, go ahead, Trixie.
Sorry, are they walking away?
No.
Okay, so I did have a liquor bottle with me until me and Fireman engaged. Yeah. I don't know where I dropped it. I mean, I could metagame and say it's right next to me, but I will say it got dropped in the throes of passion, and I would like to see if I can see it.
You want to try to grab it and do it. I will say it can definitely be somewhat in reach. Go ahead and make... Is this anything special for you? Nope. Just roll.
Could it be bartending stunts, because she would be good at grabbing bottles?
I'm even gonna take this to the point that once you're in reach of the bottle, you're fine, no roll required. It's the getting to the bottle that you're not an expert in stealth. So roll. Okay. Now bear in mind, you can give up your precious stamina to set one of these. You have a suspicion that if you set this to blow, you will be very careful and cautious and subtle in what you do. It would be really bad if you then rolled ears, because that's a turn on and it would be loud. And buns would actually be probably bad in this situation too, because you'd pull off. But pretty much any of the rest, if you rolled a blow, lips, navel, nipple, or thigh, you'd be able to get it.
How close are these people to me?
You can't tell exactly.
Can I want to hold off on doing it until I know where they are.
Understood. Then make a roll to see if you can tell where they are.
Okay. That is a kiss buns.
Let's go! Woo, woo,
roll a d13 for me, please.
Two.
Wait.
That's a 3.
A 3. I think it just is at 6. I don't think it's at 7. I think it started at 6 and I should have, but it was all halfway to 6, so I think it's only down at a 6. I'm sorry, guys. Blurp, 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 blurp. It's at a 6.
We rolled it back.
You rolled it, so it was a 6. It should have been at a 5. Yeah, I know. So we're back at a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
I did get a 3.
Perfect. So, You try to look. Here's the thing, though. Kiss is very good for like knowledge, and Buns is going to be sort of like a solid look. So like you're not getting all the info. You can tell that the bottle is about like 3 or 4 feet from where you are, like down from your legs.
Okay.
And they are about like a foot. They're like, if you're lying on the ground, so it's like it's there, and they're about a foot past your head, kind of in the path that you're lying next to.
Okay, and we don't have any indication that they know we are where we are.
You have no indication they know where you are. You have every indication they know somebody might be nearby. They're like actively looking.
I am just going to stay still and... Fireman, are you on top of me or am I on top?
I think you pulled and you're more in the stuff, so he's more like next to you.
Okay, so... I'm not going to say anything, but I'm gonna, like, with my eyes, like look at the bottle. Just so he knows I need that. And I'm conveying it sexily with my eyes. Sexily and boobily.
Understood. Rawlings is having a great time hidden. He doesn't even know she's boobily conveying this.
No. This is all Dan, not Rawlings.
This was written by a man.
Fireman?
Obviously.
You think? Honestly, though...
This is part of the Wheel of Time series.
Her breast pointed to the implement that she would need to protect them.
Sensing danger, her breasts guided her towards a weapon.
They prickled with urgency.
Her prickling breasts
pointed toward the bottle that could be their saving grace. As her breath was hot on his neck.
This isn't a funny situation.
Fireman. She is boobily conveying this to you. I will say that having just known her body, you can read her looks well. Because if there's one thing, if there's one thing that we've established about Fireman, is that he really understands women. So Fireman, are you going to try to get her bottle for
her? And it's about 4 feet away from me.
It's like 3 feet away from your feet, maybe 2 feet from your feet.
And
it's like a cup. It's like also a little bit out into the the path.
How far away are the people?
They're like next to your head, about like 2.
Oh, they're like right next.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah.
Am I able to assess the situation? Like, are they? Can I assess whether or not they're about to move on? Or
why don't you also make like a trying to look kind of roll for me?
Blow ears.
Blow ears. Ears is really what you wanted here, because it's all about. Well, no, actually, sensing is good. Lips is sort of the best because it's like the most clear stuff. But sensing is really good, and blow ears means it's so you very carefully like peek out, and you see firemen. 2 women. One is sort of tall and sort of otherworldly, a little bit like those people you saw in the hot tub, calling for you. Something about her is a little like elongated, impossible, sort of Barbie-esque, but not in the way everyone hears Barbie-esque, like a different sort of like fae sort of way, like something just unworldly. The other woman is, honestly, it's pretty upsetting to behold her. She is, portions of her have sort of like firm, bronzed skin, as is common here in Voluptua, but other sections of her body are like completely emaciated and gray, and you can even see like bones in a few places. And like half of her body, and she seems to be naked, so like you're seeing it, and like one cheek looks great, and the other one is like non-existent. You see like femur and like kind of like desiccated skin sort of hanging down, and that leg is like really thin, but then the calf of it becomes beautiful again on this leg, so there's like a femur and like just like skin almost
okay,
wrapped
but
around.
is she like prettier than me?
Well, he hasn't seen her face yet,
Okay.
But based on her half butt, probably you're still looking good, Trixie.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just checking.
So, and what I was looking for was like, are they? Does it appear as if they're searching or they're moving on?
I'm gonna say, because you specifically rolled ears, this is gonna be more of an intuitive situation. What's right now going on is that the one who is clothed and full is like putting a hand on the other one, and she is staring back with those kind of eerie, like two beautiful eyes in the direction that the Soldier of Fortune went.
So I'm going to look at Trixie and just indicate, do not move. So it's like a Frodo ring wraith moment where we're under the log.
I appreciate that reference.
Mm-hmm. That's from
You mean we're playing like D&D and other role playing games, and we appreciate a Lord of the Rings reference? Shocking.
Well, I mean, you know.
His opening line to me was a line that Gandalf said. So.
There you go.
On OkCupid. That was not it.
That'd be great.
I still would have gone on a date with you had you said that, though.
Fool of a Took? Oh, man. I'm really trying to think of funny Gandalf lines for it to have been. Anywho.
Cool.
Anywho. Yeah, you're getting the impression that there's sort of something strange going on. At this moment, gonna have her roll for it, not him, because he's less infallible. Oof. That, in this case, that's gonna be damn correct for her. She rolled a kiss lips. So this woman with this drawl, she just like grabs the other sort of form and like kind of like half ducks down, and you all hear this like sound as a harpoon juts into the ground, or juts into like a tree stump, you know, near where they were, and she begins to pull the other one off. So you hear a bunch of sounds of commotion. Are any of you leaving your hiding place?
No, and I'm gonna. Oh, I forget you don't have a shirt on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna clutch. I was gonna say whatever is closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to clutch anything that's gonna.
I
hurt.
like the idea of you like trying to like clutch his chest, and it just like, slot. He's so oiled up with your. No
body hair whatsoever.
Yeah.
I burn it off weekly.
No, I'm staying quite put.
Yeah, no, I'll just
Understood.
be like, let's with my eyes.
They, I will say that at this point, they begin to sort of, yeah. You hear the Soldier of Fortune being like, God, I love my job. As he sort of runs, and you kind of hear like sounds of a scuffle, and Fireman and Trixies, you guys are sort of like hiding there. Rawlings, you are pretty hidden. That's pretty darn. You both feel like some impacts nearby from your hiding place, Tracy and Fireman. But then, you feel something like hit the dirt, and then you hear this like kind of inhuman like, oh, love. And right where you are, kind of like this emaciated, bony hand pushes up the leaves where Fireman and Trixie are hiding. And what is there is a woman who's somewhat familiar to you, Trixie. You saw her a couple of days ago. Honey.
Oh.
She's been calling her Honey the whole time. But Honey, who had like her soul drained out when you didn't see this scene, but Honey had her soul drained out, but something has begun to put some of it back in. But like she looks weird, like she has nothing here but like a couple of like tiny little just scraps of like vocal cords and throat and neck in patchy gray skin, shredded. But like from here up, she looks great. Although her hair on one side looks like totally stringy out and kind of crazy.
I almost said, "Is it honey?" earlier. Anyway, gross.
But she sort of sees you, and she just looks at both of you and goes, "Love me."
I'm gonna reach for the bottle.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna run for the bottle. Fireman, what are you doing?
Fireman always has something to ignite fire on him, even when he's naked.
I
He
understand.
keeps spare waterproof matches in his cheek.
That's fine.
That
Why
light
are you?
fire.
There's another cavity that can hold a lot more.
Oh,
Yeah, but when he's naked, it's probably being used for other things.
yeah.
What do I keep feeling in here, Fireman? Never mind, for emergencies only.
This would be that emergency,
No. It says break ass in
first-
case of emergency.
but only for sexy
Ass in
emergency.
case of emergency. It's funny because it's usually glass, guys. Everyone. Oh, voluptuous. So, Trixie, Fireman.
Yes. Can I use 1 stamina to set it to? Ooh, I'm gonna set it to stroke.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll.
And this is just you. And what are you doing? This is you like scrambling to get it.
To get the bottle, yeah.
This is you using it as a weapon.
Well, don't I have to grab it first?
The only reason grabbing it was like a thing was because you were trying to do it without being seen. Like if you're just reaching for the bottle, you can kind of scramble up. You know, Fireman's kind of between you and this woman. You can get it, no problem.
Okay, yes. So I will be using it as a weapon because
As
I
a
don't
weapon.
like her.
Okay, I'm gonna
anyway.
let you use your bartending stunts for this. So you can set it to
Here.
stroke for free, unless you want to set it to something else.
No.
Okay, so you'll set to
That's
stroke. Roll your
fine,
other one,
yeah.
and Fireman, you're just bashing her with it, or what are you doing?
Yeah. Her head,
Okay.
where it seems weakest,
Sure.
like where
We'll roll for it. Let's see what happens.
stroke, nipple.
Nipple. Nipple in this case is you're sort of trying to go for like a sensitive spot, but
Yeah.
realizing that it's honey probably pulls you back a little bit. You'll sort of knock her back a second, but you don't really do any damage. You don't
Okay.
really harm her at all. But you're now out, and so you see that like Soldier of Fortune is like in a
Boy,
knife,
am I.
knife fight with this like other woman who's like her eyes, and you hear her just screaming to him, submit. Now, Rawlings, Fireman, and Trixie, I actually need all 3 of you, although Rawlings, I'm going to say you don't, because it's not directed at you, so even though you can kind of hear it, none of the sort of effect of it. But Fireman and Trixie, please roll against this. This is only, it's only if things are like really bad will you be unable to resist this, but make a resist to her saying submit, because she's directing it at the Soldier of Fortune. But you guys are hearing it, and she's shouting loud.
Stroke ears, and stroke is a turnoff.
Stroke. I got stroke buns, and buns is a turnoff for me.
You both have a turnoff rolled.
Yes.
That's good news. Both of you managed to just like ignore, like you feel this call and both of you instinctively want to do whatever the submissive pose that you most commonly do. I don't know if it's like you're on your back and you kick your legs real, you know, whatever it is for you individually. But you resist, you feel your body like going to, you resist it, and now you can focus on Honey, who's trying to get with you.
I want to light Honey on fire.
Understood. Well, I will say that Trixie is bludgeoning Honey with a flammable bottle of alcohol. So,
I'd like to use Ignite the Night,
I think this is definitely an Ignite the Night.
and I'm going to set to Bite.
Ah.
Do I? Ooh.
Do you
Bite
s-
Navel.
You rolled bite naval. That's a very strong. That's a super. So basically, firemen, and Trixie, and we will, because you said this was the ones in your cheek. So Trixie, you see fireman like put his fingers in his mouth, and then like as you're bashing, he sort of like reaches for the bottle and like, you know how like guys would like snap off like in like movies and stuff, like snap off a girl's shirt or like snap a bra or whatever. He snaps the lid off of the bottle as you're like,
no, it would have a pour spout on it, and she's using the inertia to keep the liquid from coming out. So it already has a pour spout on it. So what I would
I'm actually this was not from your bar. This was from a cooler.
Oh, but see, I was working with it, but that's fine.
Let the man use his imagination.
That's fine.
No. I'm trying to think. You were a pour spout person, but like, do you carry pour spouts with you everywhere?
In her cheek.
Yeah. Do you have one, or do you have one in your?
She would have. I think she would have.
But like, you're naked right now.
No, but I put it on the bottle on the boat.
So on the boat.
Because she was making cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm not being like, I'm not saying this to have an advantage right now. That is something that she would do.
You've just been hitting her. Fireman is trying to basically take your bottle from you and light the woman on fire with it.
Okay, then I realize that he is trying to light her on fire.
I think
would I be able to?
I think you assume it.
Okay.
But like,
then I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Can I flip it over and just pour the alcohol on her?
Yes. Sorry, you've already taken your turn. Is what's going on.
Okay.
Like, you did a bludgeoning attack against her, trying to like knock her away, and now Fireman's trying to take it over and light it.
Okay.
So what are you just trying to?
If he wants the bottle, he can take it.
Are you trying to retain the bottle? I guess let me ask you that.
No. If he reaches for it, I'll hand it off.
Okay, so Fireman, are you taking the bottle from her, or are you just like trying to ignite it with her still holding it?
If she has alcohol all over her, then I know it's time to burn.
I think she is not covered in alcohol because Trixie wasn't splashing her. Trixie was hitting her.
I wasn't.
Okay, yeah. I need to douse her.
Okay, cool.
And light her up.
So you basically, Trixie's hitting her. She hasn't broken the bottle on the woman, but you sort of take the bottle, pop it off, splash it on her, and then you will roll the ignite that because you're doing bite and naval. That's strong, direct everything. So kind of without any flair, without any fanciness, you get that, and then you light the waterproof match from your mouth.
It was like really cool. Like it was gonna be a really cool whatever happened, whatever was in your mind. That's what I was living for. So I'm gonna still hold on to that memory of what happened.
I don't.
Snapping.
You snap the thing off. Whatever you do, the point is you snap it off. You just basically
great.
You're just like Molotov cocktail from her as you and Trixie sort of fall away. She does get to try to resist or put this out to some extent. Nope. She is sucking, which means consuming, so that's a bad thing to roll when you're resisting. And that is just naval. No, that's going to be compassion. So basically, as you light her on fire, so she's now on fire and she's like howling in pain. You guys hear the Soldier of Fortune going, nice. I
have a line. It's feel the passion.
Understood. Feel the passion.
Take a note of that one for the.
It's in there. So basically, as he's like, as the Soldier of Fortune is kind of like, are you and Rawlings? Are you doing anything, or you were staying?
I am. Well, let us also be clear. I am in an entirely separate bush from these people.
Yes, you moved away and got behind it. Yeah.
Yes, I am doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah. So Fireman, as you and Trixie are there, and she's kind of like, she's sort of swirling around. She's angry. She's being pretty diminished. That's pretty much all her stamina gone. The Soldier of Fortune is like, yeah, light him up, as he's like, just like stabbing into this other one, like, yeah, not bad. she has one last lunge in her, and she is on fire. So does she go for Trixie on evens or Fireman on odds? She goes after Fireman. So Fireman, she's going to make a swing at you. And she rolls suck thigh. So that is surging and wild and such things. So she is like coming for you. She's like jumping onto you. Fire is involved, so if you want to roll a fire dance to try to get out of this, you may.
I'm going to do I'm gonna lock in stroke.
Okay.
Naval.
Stroke navel. Okay, but in a very controlled way, you know that you just need to get out of her way and let her sort of burn out. So you sort of step to one side, and she lunges, and you just easily dodge her with a very acrobatic, cool move. I will also mention to the players, because I feel like you guys often do it this way, you are always allowed. You can also set a zone. I think everyone almost always sets actions, but you can set a zone. Sometimes that's just as helpful to the situation. But stroke navel is about as good as you could do to like get away from like a raging thing. She's kind of just snarling. She kind of goes into some of the brush and collapses, and some of the wet leaves are, they're more smoking. They're not really catching on fire. And she is taken out, and the Soldier of Fortune kind of just, kicks the other one down onto the ground and sort of chuckles a little bit. Goes, man, there's a lot of these things around here.
Wait, a lot of what things?
Whatever the hell these things are.
Like dead former employees of the resort?
People who've had their picture taken.
Wait a minute, that makes sense. My picture. Wait, am I going to turn into whatever that is? Because I totally thought I had my picture taken for the calendar, but I guess. How long does it take?
I don't know.
Ah.
All right, come on, this way.
Oh my god. Oh my god, am I going to turn ugly and gray and gross? I don't want to be ugly and gray and gross. Oh my god.
Well, don't get turned into one of those things, and you should be fine.
But you just said they had their picture taken.
Where the hell's Rawlings?
I'll finally get out of the bush.
Ah.
Oh my god, where were you?
Trying not to get killed.
Well,
go to
so were we.
Do you have a spare knife on you?
You asked the Soldier of Fortune?
Yes.
Yeah. He kind of just like smirks. Rawlings. Yeah, you don't have this. Just roll to catch a knife that's thrown at you.
Squeeze buns. That's pretty good, I guess.
Squeeze is strong. I'll phrase it like this: it is possessing, which is good for a catch. You kind of like you don't catch it like steadily. You more do one of these numbers where you're like, like you catch it and like you're like trying to keep the blade part, but you're holding it against you, but you might have cut your shirt somewhere, but you didn't really cut yourself too bad.
Yeah.
In this situation, can I have put my bikini back on?
Yeah.
I just don't want to be naked for the rest of the game.
Makes sense.
Fireman just gets like a shirt and puts on kind of a loincloth because that's his natural element.
Absolutely. So he's just, all right, well, were you two, you couldn't wait like 5 minutes? You just had a fuck in the forest?
When the moment strikes, passion overcomes you, and sometimes you have to feel the love that's inside of you. Do you know what I say to you?
He like doesn't even reply to you, Fireman. He just looks at Rawlings and he's like, this fucking Dreadland, man. It's fun, but it's crazy.
I just hold up the knife.
Yeah. All right. He says, I've cleared us a little path, but I haven't got into the building yet. That's what you're all for. Come on.
What? Tell me more about our destination.
It's a photography studio.
But you just said that people who get their pictures taken turn into whatever that was. So I'm not. Should we be going there? Are there cameras there? No, I don't think I like cameras.
He turns back around and goes, "Yeah, it's dangerous. Don't get your picture taken then."
Okay, fine.
All right. So, once we get to the fence, I'm gonna have you three make your way to the building. You're gonna go in the front desk. You're gonna talk to whoever you need to talk to. And then, one of you is gonna make your way around back and open the door on the northern face of the building.
Understood.
Great.
Oh, so does that mean that you're volunteering? Because I totally will not be doing that. I can distract people.
You'd probably be the one to talk to the front desk.
Yeah.
Right. Well, depending on who's working.
I have a way with words. I can speak to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Does Fireman still have the flamethrower backpack?
Yep.
He's just been wearing it?
Yeah, I mean, you took it. Well, maybe you didn't. If you didn't take it off to have sex, it was sticking out from under the bushes. They were just like, propane tank. Whatever. Yeah. No, we'll say that you took it off, so you can put it back on. Sure.
It's back on.
Yeah. Oh, he looks at that. He's like, yeah. If things get weird in there, do what you gotta do. All right, cool. So he guides you through the forest, and you suddenly start seeing even more torches burning. You also walk over the corpses of a bunch of, like, hunks and hotties just, like, laying, kind of, like, some laying in the middle of this path, some off of it, all harpoons sticking out of their bodies. He just kind of smirks back at y'all, goes, "Come on, be honest. You're having a lot of fun with me here, right?"
Certainly exciting.
I think our ideas of fun are totally different. Like, I don't want to, ruin your vibe or anything, but this does not seem fun to me. Fireman, what we did was fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He
Interesting, if you ask me.
He turns back to Rawlings and kind of says, like, "Yeah, you're having more fun than you would have with that journalist guy. I'll tell you that much. All right, here's where I leave you. Carry on there.
Can you point out which direction is north, just so I know which door to open?
Opposites. You're going to be entering the building from the south side.
Excellent, thank you.
Have fun." He looks at you, Trixie, and goes, "Good luck." He just walks off. And you guys see kind of like up ahead, there's more sort of torches burning, and there is kind of like a wooden fence. And if you sort of were to walk around the side of it, you see there's like a big gate open.
Okay, I'll go ahead and proceed.
So I assume that I'm wearing like salmon colored shorts, like some like loose linen shirt, shirt. I'm just tucking the knife into like the belt, like underneath, so it's like kind of hidden beneath the loose shirt. So I'm not like carrying a knife around.
Sure. Fireman is carrying a flamethrower, but yeah.
Yes.
So as you guys enter this area, there's a bunch of sort of fire going, and there is, in the midst of this sort of jungled area, there is a sort of like fenced-in compound with a single building. The building is, has that kind of like thatched roof, kind of island, island architecture sort of thing. The kind of stuff you see on a lot of voluptua. But there is a corrugated metal sort of like side building that is connected to the main building. You see a simple sign in very kind of like over the top tiki style lettering that says The Secret Studio. And there's kind of like a weird like kind of like, you know, half bas-relief carving that's been painted very colorfully of just like a winking face.
I say to Trixie, it appears as if we must convince them we are here for the photo shoot.
That's true. And you know what? They said that they only wanted couples, so
I'm the manager.
Mr. Manager, you are doing a phenomenal job already.
no, it's just the manager.
If you want to call me Mr. Manager, whatever seems natural, whatever seems more natural coming out of your mouth will arouse less suspicion, and just arouse them apparently, because that's how things tend to work.
Mr. Manager.
Okay. Anyway, so we're just gonna pretend like we are a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you seem to do a great job pretending earlier.
Well, I can be a couple with anyone. It can be you too, Rawlings.
Yes, I'm aware.
We could be a throuple. How
No.
progressive.
No.
Oh my god,
Okay.
what happened to Kimberly?
I don't know.
Who said that?
Oh, how deep are we? We're an hour in.
I was gonna say I guess I sort of said like she
It's
wandered
on the
off.
boat.
Walk off, yeah.
She
I
just
assume that's what happened.
she just wandered off. Maybe when those two started fucking. In any case, because Trixie was supposed to be a couple with her, then she was a couple with Rawlings. Now she's a couple with Fireman. So the point is, you see sort of like
You know, I don't like labels. I just like
For the intensive purposes of this,
doing stuff. What?
we're making this way too complicated. I'm the manager, you two are here for the shoot, let's go.
That's what I was saying. I was just saying that we have to like be all over each other again. But again, if you miss this, you can be all over it too. Just
So,
saying.
as you guys walk up to the sort of like the covered sort of, you know, like lanai style porch or whatever, there's a door. It says by appointment only.
Shall we rap on the door?
Yeah.
Yes, by all means.
You hear a sigh, and then a voice say, "Yeah, come on in."
I open the door and enter dramatically.
Understood.
We are here for the photo shoot.
Yes.
What you see is kind of like a fairly there's like a fluorescent light that's been like half covered by like a poster board or something they've sort of put up on top of it to make it not so dark, so sort of like stark bright, but to still provide some light. And then you have a bunch of kind of like table lamps and things around that have, you know, like a pink handkerchief or something over it to give it a thing. But for the most part, the walls in here are just very like kind of like plain, sort of unadorned. There are some like various sexy photographs on the walls. The floor in here is like gross carpet, like industrial carpet.
No.
And there's like a desk kind of like in the middle of all this. There's a woman there. She's at a computer that is like one of those kind of like beige monitors that is about that deep, you know? And she's at a computer and she kind of like looks up. This woman seems to probably be in her, probably like her 40s. But because it's voluptuous, she's
Oh my
like,
god, so old.
but everyone would definitely want to bang her.
Oh, like a former playmate.
Yeah, like she looks really good.
Right.
Like she's clearly supposed to be like an old character, but like she looks amazing. And she's just kind of on the computer. She's wearing sort of like kind of like a business suit, but not actually. No, she wouldn't be. She's in kind of like a black sweater or something. and she's just kind of typing, and she sort of looks up at you all and says, "You're here for the what?"
The photo shoot.
Photo shoot. Photo shoot. I know his accent is a little hard to understand sometimes, but
Oh.
We are here to be behind the camera.
in front of the camera.
For pictures.
Yes.
We have passion to share with you.
We sure do. And
This is Mr. Manager. He is our manager.
Okay. Are you sure you're in the right place?
What are we here for? What do you do here?
Well,
This is the secret studio, is it not?
Apparently not that secret. She'll kind of she'll put on her glasses and start looking through a date book. I didn't have a shoot on for tonight. Which photographer were you working with?
Raul.
Yes.
Actually, I was supposed to do a shoot with my friend Kimberly, but she was unable to do it.
Raul?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to look at the guys
And he told you to come here?
Ask our manager.
Yeah, he talked to our manager, so.
Yes. Yes. Also, pardon me. It's been a long boat ride around. Do you mind if I use the lavatory?
Sure. It's she kind of just points to a door that has a just a pretty obvious bathroom symbol on it. Yeah, right there. There's plenty of oils and candles in there for if you're all going in.
Just myself for now. Is it how is it set up? Is it off to the side? Is it
I see what you're trying to do.
Yes.
I think unfortunately it is not the bathroom door is very much in view of where you all are right now. So
Okay.
She'll kind of know it. You probably will know if you've gone in or not unless she's super distracted. That and he's get on with it. That being said, I will say that she is super distracted to the point that she even says, here, would you guys like a bottled daiquiri? And she pulls out some white wine daiquiri spritzers and
I'm totally good.
offers
How
those
did
to
you
you
talk about-
and says, please have a seat. I'll just one moment. And she kind of looks at you all and she looks at another door kind of leading deeper into this facility. Rawlings, based on the layout, you think that's the door you'd want to go through, but she doesn't go to that door. Instead, she sort of sits down and she picks up a phone, kind of looks very quietly at all of you, and then dials. And she's turning around, trying to hold the phone very close.
I'm gonna gesture as she's turning around. I'm gonna gesture, and I'm gonna try and quietly go through the door. If she seems distracted enough for me to do that.
She seems distracted at this time.
You know what? I think I will take one of those daiquiris, actually.
She turns back around. So Rawlings was probably about to take a step and then pauses, but she goes, okay. Yeah, right there. She left some on a thing for you. So Rawlings, as she's kind of doing that and then going back on the phone, why don't you make your sort of sneak roll?
Okay.
Isn't it fun to be am I gonna spend hit points to guarantee things here? Isn't that a real interesting dynamic for this game?
Yes, I am going to. I'm just gonna spend a stamina to set it to a blow.
Understood.
That seems again, trying to understand the system, that seems like it's what would be best for this scenario.
Subtle in this situation, yes. There are circumstances where blow is not the best thing for a sneak,
right,
but
yes.
in this case, it absolutely is.
Okay.
And I would say the only...
Can I also... Sorry. Can I also use beguiling breasts?
She's not paying any attention to you. She is
Okay.
She's in fact...
I
go ahead.
can't go around the desk and just be
You
question.
Trixie, to be perfectly honest, if you do that, all you could possibly do is draw more attention to Rawlings.
Okay, that's fair.
She's currently, like, turned around, and I'll get to this. Rawlings, what did you roll?
5.
Phi, I was going to say, is one of the only things that wouldn't be great. Because there's this sort of a surging, it's like you're getting a rush of the running. So I will say that because you did it subtly and enjoyed it, you make it through that door. We're gonna come to you in a moment, but you're having a little bit of fun, so you may be moving a little more surgingly back there in a second.
Yes.
In the meantime, Trixie and Fireman, is there anything else you'd like to do? Trixie, you sort of see that he's gone through. You think you're asking for the thing helped. What are you two doing?
I would like to see if there's anything on her desk that I can see, like any names or anything interesting or valuable.
Perfect.
So I'm going to be stretching.
Go ahead and
leaning
make
over the desk.
Damn, you have investigate. You have smoke it out.
Oh, I do.
So you may set
Smoke it
one
out.
of these.
Yes.
I will tell you, sir,
Oh.
that kiss and lips are the two best things for you to get on this roll.
Okay. I would say I'll just lock in a kiss and then I'll see what happens.
Understood.
Kiss lips.
Kiss
Bam.
lips. You.
Yes.
All right, then I'm going to give you actually. I'm even ears would also have been good. But I'm going to give you the benefit of both ears and lips. On the desk, you see several there's like various planners that seem to be about what this is going on. There's like an old-fashioned Rolodex of names. On one of the open planners, you see the names of some of that's like listed as photographers. On the open page there, as you stretch, you do not see the name Raoul. I will also say that you don't quite hear, because you weren't like trying to like overhear her, you were just kind of get a look, but I will say based on her body language, you suddenly get the impression that she really doesn't want any of you to hear what she's saying on the phone. But as you finish stretching, she sort of kind of says, okay, she turns around and hangs up and just kind of looks back at you and kind of looks you up and down and says, you might be at the wrong place, but if you wanted to just do a shoot, we might actually have something for you.
Oh!
Accommodate us because we are so sexy and passionate.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe. She kind of like looks both of you up and down. Have you done any modeling before? Where's your manager?
Promos for. He was in the bathroom.
Oh, right.
He has IBS. It's terrible.
Yeah, he might be in there a while. Like. That in and of itself is not very sexy, but the idea that he has to like eat super clean, very hot.
Okay. We take some different kinds of pictures here.
What kind?
Well, for niche markets.
Oh, like fetish.
Well, among other things.
Like, what are we thinking? Like, shibari, like...
I'll tell you what. Should we wait for your manager, or should I take you to one of the studios?
We can be free agents sometimes.
What is
we
that
don't
on your back?
Oh, it is called a prop.
We like using it.
I understand. Is it like a nitrous tank or something? Do you use it to?
On the island, I am known for creating the best fire you have ever seen.
Are you two from the resort?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Would you like us to be from the resort?
I don't. She starts clicking on her computer, and then she starts typing on her computer. Okay. her phone rings. She looks at both of you, looks at where it's coming from, and says, "Excuse me a moment." And then she sort of turns around and goes, "Yes?" I'm not totally sure what. I think they're from the resort. Okay. You guys doing anything? Are you?
Can I whisper to Fireman and say, I think we have to make her believe that we were on the boat.
The models?
The boat. No, the boat that came into the resort that brought all of those people.
The models.
Yeah. We could be models. Why are you saying that I'm not pretty? Oh my god.
Oh, you have the eyes.
Okay, that's enough for now. No, I'm sorry, from the resort. I thought you meant that. Are we staying there? We are.
She's on the phone, and she's kind of just like smiling back at you as you're talking. But as you guys are sort of saying this, we're going to cut to Rawlings. Rawlings, you're creeping down a hallway.
Yes, I am.
You sort of are moving very quickly down the hall, and in fact, you even see the door at the back in question. You see a door that has an exit sign at the end of a long hallway. On either side of you are these are rooms that basically seem like they lead to dressing rooms, costuming areas.
Do they have? The doors have windows on them?
None of the doors have windows on them, but
Are
several.
there any
of them,
windows in the hallway?
no, there's no windows in this hallway.
I'm just trying. If there are any windows, I'm ducking beneath them.
Understood. Yeah, there's no windows, but what there are is a lot of the doors are open. And we'll say that from your sort of like previous exuberance at like the moving stealthy, it's you come to a door and you kind of just like move past the quick. There was no one inside. So we will say that because of the surging fun of that, as you're halfway down the hall and you pass in front of one of these doors, a voice suddenly says, "Hello?"
I'm just going to keep moving, like I didn't hear it.
As you sort of keep moving towards that door at the end, you hear footsteps kind of like coming out of a room that you just passed behind you. And a woman says, "Sir?"
How close am I to the door?
You are fairly close to the door. 20 feet. Sir, can I help you?
I would like to just say...
Are you turning around? Are you stopping? What are you doing?
I have IBS.
I'm just going to say, okay.
I have IBS!
I'm going to say, no thank you. I won't be but a moment, and I would like to invoke mystery, but I want to do it in a way that is like, not like, I guess like in a way that's like, oh, like this is like, I don't know who this is, but they're like, oh, this person belongs here.
That's not mystery, man. I think that you took a skill that can be helpful, but in any case of Rawlings,
well, then, okay.
Invoke mystery will never make people stop paying attention to you.
Can I like roll insight to see like if I like look back? Can I roll insight to see if I? No, I'm not even looking back. I'm not looking back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just.
You just kind of answer like, "I'll be here. I'll be here in a moment."
Yes,
I don't know. Make just roll to convince her then.
Okay. I would like to spend a stamina.
Okay.
To. I mean, let's see who's better, like squeeze or stroke.
It's this. I don't know. This is tricky. I'll have to sort of feel how they go. I would feel like
Yeah.
suck is probably not great.
Right. Like, suck is like either like.
Squeeze is probably not great. Kiss. Here's the thing. Kiss could be good unless you like unless you like rolled a thigh, and then kiss thigh could once again be a thing of like the surging energy of it. She might be like, whoa, there's something going on here. Lips would be good because it will seem expressive and truthful, you know.
Yes.
Setting to lips would be good, but then you've got bite and suck as your turn-ons and turn-offs, so it's sort of dangerous.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Lips is your best. The lips is the best outcome on the zone die. Kiss or blow are good outcomes on the action die. Bite would be good except for you.
Yes, I will spend a stamina to set the action die to blow.
To blow. Okay, roll it for me.
Nipple.
Okay, so you're kind of being like, the way you're sort of trying to talk her out of this, the sort of energies that are being invoked both from you and to her, is something that's kind of like subtle, teasing, sort of like sensitive, you know, kind of, you're just like, it's just this like, please don't worry about it, you know, like everything's okay. And she says, okay. Have you like stopped moving, or are you still walking?
No, I'm still walking. If I'm very close to the door, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah. She says, oh, I think that's a fire door.
There's a man with fire devices out front. I'm very concerned.
Oh. Really? You're at the door by now, Rawlings.
I'm gonna open the door.
You motherfucker.
It was a great line.
You push the door open. There is like a fire bar handle, and there's like a thing where it's like you push it open. There's kind of like kind of like peters out, and she goes, I guess somebody should have those things checked. You push the door open, and what you see is the wooden fence about like 10 feet from you. You open the door. You see the wooden fence is about 10 feet away from the side of the building.
I would like to. How tall is the fence?
It's like a 6-foot fence, probably.
Okay.
5-foot fence, 6-foot fence. Yeah.
I'm just going to walk out. And which direction was the? Which direction? So if we're looking at the front of the building, which direction did he go to? So we're at the south of the building. Did
he went back around to the north? Yes.
Did he circle east or west?
He would have been circling. You were both going like westward, you know. He was going counterclockwise. You guys were going clockwise. You were coming up. You guys were on the east. You all of you came around on the east side of the building. You guys went. You know, you guys turned left to go south. He went right to go north.
I just want to go to the direction that he had been coming from. Kind of veer off so I'm no longer in line of sight of the door.
Okay. Now Rawlings.
And then
Rawlings is very intelligent, so I'm just gonna have you roll something real quick here.
Yes.
So just make a roll. This is not any of your skills, but I think it would apply. It would occur to you.
Stroke nipple.
Stroke is
stroke navel. Stroke navel. Sorry, stroke navel.
Stroke navel's even better. Because you're goal oriented. Your mind's on this. You open this. You begin to walk out to do this, and then you realize, I probably shouldn't let this door close.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm going to.
So you open the door, you look around, you start walking, you kind of come back. This woman is now making her way down the hallway sort of toward you. From behind.
Can I tell if the Soldier of Fortune is near at all?
Make a perception roll. Make a looking around roll.
Stroke nipple.
Stroke nipple. You're trying to get sensitive is good in this case. You don't see him, but you don't know that means he hasn't like made it over. He might be, you know, slicing someone's throat out around a corner or something, but you don't like immediately see him.
Before So, okay.
Should we cut to the other people?
So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to be I'm debating about either just taking the knife and shoving it in the ground as a door jam in front of the door, or standing there with the knife in my hand, ready to stab this woman in the cut her throat as she comes around the door.
Sure.
Did she have the same kind of voice as?
No, she didn't. She didn't sound unworldly, and it seems like you never even turned around and looked at her. But you do hear her coming down the hall. She's going, "Sir, is everything okay?"
I want to be ready to do like an Assassin's Creed like Hitman style. Like she comes out the door and I stab her and drag her body out, like while keeping the door open.
Understood. She kind of, you hear her like, so basically you're hiding behind the door. Okay, gotcha. You're holding the door open and you're like on the other side of it like that. Okay. All right. She kind of comes up to the door. Sir, hello? You see her. You see, like, you can now tell she's stepping out onto the grass behind. She's like,
if she steps out past the doorway, I'm gonna stab her in the back of the neck.
She has not yet stepped past the doorway. She is now, because like the door opens out, so she has now taken a step. She's the door is between the two of you.
So I imagine like the door is fully open, pressed against the wall, and I'm like back to it, crouching a little bit.
Oh, gotcha. Sure. Okay, sure. So, let's just say okay, you can. I don't think those doors have they wouldn't stop at only 90 degrees. That's fine. So you're sort of crouched behind it. You see a form sort of take a few steps, and she goes, "Sir, sir."
And just
she does not, however, seem you even from like looking through like the little hole in the door. You hear like her footsteps like taking a couple of steps like on the grass a few steps away.
Yeah, she like
as if she's like moving away from the door, almost like she's like moving away from the building. Sir, are you back there?
If she doesn't notice me, I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah. I can tell you're there, sir. Is everything okay?
Like, is she like facing my direction?
You can't tell. You're hiding behind a door. You're like hiding a door and you're like up against a building, and she didn't see. What you probably wanted to do was only go 90 degrees with the door so that if she walked even just past it, you could get her.
Okay,
but
so
since you pulled further around.
I am like it's me, door, wall. Like,
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I think I'm doing a bad job of explaining how I wanted to set this up.
So let's just say, so one option is if here's inside, that you are hiding at X. And so she's like walking out and you were going to get her right there. But what I'm now understanding you to be saying is that the door is like this. Is that you have the door like that far. And you're like...
If that's possible, yeah.
That's fine, but that means that she walked out here, saw this... She's now like here.
But she didn't see me.
She can tell someone's back there since the door's open.
But I wasn't want to be behind the door. I wanted to be pushing, pulling the door with my back. Yeah.
Oh, you're holding the door with your back.
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah. I see. Okay. Understood. We will walk it back a little bit then. So you opened it, you hid, and you were like, as soon as she comes out, you're going to attack. Okay.
Yeah.
You were not behind the door. I see. I thought you were
right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I might. Yeah.
Okay. So you've walked out. So well, in that case, but then she does kind of see you. You know.
Right. So that's
why you're trying to push the door to.
Yeah.
All right. Tell you what then.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. That's great. Okay. She does kind of move towards the door in this way. And she says, "Sir, are you okay? Sir, are you there?" Because the door hasn't closed.
Yeah.
She's like, "Sir, are you there?"
Like, as soon as she gets to the doorway, I'm going to stab her.
She comes up to the doorway. You can sense that she's like right behind you. And as you sort of see her shape moving, you move in to sort of stab, and you hear her like kind of gasp. Rawlings, as you sort of swing the knife, that's when you see the camera lens that she's holding like this.
Oh shit.
And that's when you hear her say, kind of like as she's you're like attacking her, and you hear her say cheese. I'll cut to the other people.
Fuck.
Ah!
Wow.
You're stabbing her with a knife. There's gonna be some stuff.
Oh boy. Wow.
And she's
I was
wearing
like feeling bad for her too.
and
like,
she's wearing like jeans and kind of like a white shirt with like a vest, lots of pockets and stuff. Her brown hair is up like this, kind of in like a thing. She's probably about like 35, whatever vibe. And she's like so. But we'll go back to Trixie and Fireman. The woman hangs up the phone and says, okay, how comfortable are you two, with wild animals?
Depends on which one. Snakes are very sexy.
Snakes. What?
Are either
Which
of
one
you
were you thinking?
are either of you comfortable with heavy machinery?
Driving the heavy machinery or?
Like, I can have sex on top of anything.
Are we
But
speaking of washing
Operating
machine
it,
or
completely different story.
How are either of you comfortable with, well, this is kind of a weird one, with not being sexy?
Oh my god.
Ugh.
That's absolutely repulsive to me.
What kind of sick place is this?
What type of animals are we speaking about?
At this point, you guys hear the squawk of like a fire alarm, kind of like. Pew, pew. She's like,
Ew.
"Oh dear, what?" She like looks at her phone, like, "Okay, just give me a moment." And she sort of sits back down. You guys heard some sounds. Anything you two want to do? Is she's just going back to her computer?
I'm just gonna look at Fireman and say,
We
or just shake my head.
we must. I must get fresh air to deliberate. This is too much pressure for me.
Yes, that's
Too much pressure.
yeah.
Big model. Ugh.
I do think we need some air, especially after your last suggestion about us not looking totally hot. That's just a lot for us. So can we step outside?
Of course.
Okay. Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Just mind.
And I'll just like grab Fireman and
as you guys begin. So you guys are walking back the door you entered from.
yeah.
She says, "Of course, just mind the has-beens."
Wait. I'll turn around and say, has-beens.
Oh, you
What do
should.
you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you made it here fine, so you should just.
Oh, you mean the ones that were like on the ground and gross? Ew.
On the ground?
Never mind. I obviously need so much air. I think I'm just too excited about the prospect of doing this shoot that I just. Wow, I need air, so I'll just go out.
Wonderful. So as you guys sort of step out, we'll cut to Rawlings. Rawlings, you swing for this woman, and she says, "Say cheese." Go ahead and make a knife roll for me. Are you going to spend precious stamina?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. I mean,
Mostly because
you can spend 2 and set it to
Yes.
whatever you want.
yes, mostly because I know that I want to roll a bite, but a bite's also a turnoff for me.
Well, you spend the stamina and then you have the
Right?
bite.
Yes, yeah, no, exactly. So I want to get the bite, and I know that. Oh my god. It seems to me that in this situation, bite navel is the best outcome for me.
Bite navel means that you are just like, you are striking so hard, so intensely, for sure. Yeah.
So, what is it like? What is the difference between bite navel and bite lips?
Bite navel means that you are striking assuredly. You're like nothing's like dragging you off to one side. Bite lips means that you are striking aggressive, intense, but that it's like truthful would mean like you're going for exactly where you want the strike to go. You're driving it true. Now she will get some degree of resistance against this, but she'll get to roll to resist it to some degree.
So, because as I'm I understand this is happening very quickly.
Yeah.
But as I spin around, I'm seeing the camera. I'm trying to dodge.
Yeah, you're trying to dodge out of the thing,
but
but she's got a wide angle lens.
A wide lens. Get that fishbowl lens.
She's going to fisheye. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be a cool shot, you guys.
It's gonna be a great shot.
Self-portrait of the artist getting stabbed.
Yeah. We're setting so one's definitely going to bite.
Okay. One is a bite, so it's a direct, aggressive, intensive. Perfect. Brute force.
And then
oh no, this is rough.
you know what?
What?
Philip, this is a dice game.
Gonna roll the other one?
I'm gonna roll the other one.
All right, roll it.
So I'm only spending one. Bite nipple.
Bite nipple. A sensitive spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. I'm gonna have her roll to resist. Squeeze is a good thing for a resistance to this sort of thing because she's basically, in other words, she's sort of taking it. Ears sensitive to. Okay, please roll a d6.
Regular d6 or one of the
regular d6, yeah.
One of the sexy dice.
You can roll a sexy dice and tell me the corresponding number from it if you'd rather. But
oh god, which one do I roll?
No, just roll your zone die and then we'll correlate to the number.
No. 4.
4, great. All right, you stab into her as she's kind of half stepping back, but as something about the stab at the last moment, she's almost leaning into it as it sinks in, and she goes, "Oh, such passion," and then you hear click. Rawlings, my dear friend. She rolled ears, which is what she most wanted to roll for this. She rolled stroke ears, which means she takes the exact. It's the controlled, precise picture of the sensitive intuition, this dream-like rage. Rawlings, please roll to resist her. You're just rolling a standard roll to resist the effect of what's coming. I will tell you from experience that, well, we'll get to it. It's hard to resist this, and typically when you resist, it's still going to be half of the number that I roll. You will lose stamina of. You can spend stamina to set dice, but then it's fewer stamina you you get it. This is a rough situation. Poor if Rawlings had talked to her, this might have she wasn't immediately. Boy, this is great.
I'm gonna spend 1 stamina.
Okay.
I'm going to set it. I'm gonna set the zone.
Set the zone.
What seems better, buns or navel? I keep asking this because you're the one
I know.
Because you are the game master, you're the one interpreting these
I know.
roles.
I kind of, this is a little bit tricky because I kind of don't want to tell you, because when this happened to the other players, I didn't give them the clues on this because they were setting their own stuff, so I kind of just wanted them to intuit part of this, but
Then I'm gonna set buns.
Set buns, great. Roll the other one.
Bite buns, baby, let's go.
Bite buns is a turnoff.
Yes.
That's good.
That's what I want.
So you just try to pull against this pain. You are resisting this effect as you feel your life force being drained. That is what is a 6 on this die.
Okay.
So you lose 3 stamina.
Great.
What
Do you want to know what I'm at right now?
Are you at 1?
I'm at 1.
And you hear her say, yes, yes. And then she pulls the knife out and hands it back to you. And is like backing up and she's like, yes, keep going.
I'm going to dodge around the corner then.
You're going to start running?
Well,
Are you?
yeah,
you're running out. So she's like, yes, yes, keep going. You start running out.
Try and break angle too.
Breaking angle. At this point, Rawlings, you notice the like soldier of fortune like halfway over the wall, like looking down, being like, "Hey, not bad time. Everything go." And as you're running, he goes, "Huh?" And then when he sees the camera barrel leaving, you're looking up at him and you see his face and he looks down and you see him going, "Motherfucker!" And he's like, he jumps fully off of he jumps like, he wasn't over, he's jumping backwards out into the jungle as she comes up and she's spinning the barrel back around after you as you run.
Can I run and try and invoke running to try and hop over the wall?
Invoke running to hop over the wall.
To get there and climb over, yes.
To get there, absolutely. Like, tell you what, yes, we'll invoke a run. It's like a running leap as you try to go up the wall. Yes. Go for it. Roll it. Oh, this is great.
Okay, signature move.
Signature move.
Because I can't spend a stamina because I'll be at 0.
Yeah, you can set 1 and do nothing here.
I'm going to set the action die to bite.
Bite. Okay, so once again, it's just like direct straight to the wall. Okay. Fair enough.
Bite thigh.
Surging.
Energetic surging?
Surging energetic. So here's how this happens. So basically this is going to be rough. Because the unfortunate thing about bite in this context is you're going exactly where she expects you to go.
Okay.
Direct means you're running like directly. So it's like, she's like, where to go? Okay, so you do this surging, beautiful leap, and the moonlight shines down on you. And right at the top of it, as you're there, Rawlings, with the creative energy flowing through you, you kind of can't resist. It's like Lot's wife. You just have to kind of look back down. And she frames you up. And she's going to click. Wow. So here's what has to happen for you to live now. Okay? It's not a great situation.
Not a great situation,
but no. There's a path. She's taking a picture of you. If you can successfully resist this, and she only rolls a 1 on damage, it would go down to 0.
Well, it's just a fucking roll.
Yeah, and I do have to roll for her. She once again gets ears. Ooh, she's bite ears. So she's like, she really wants this shot. It's just this direct.
Bite nipple.
Bite nipple.
The turn off.
It is a turn off. Bite is a turn off for you. I'm so sorry. I was thinking like, no, I think bite nipple wouldn't be, but a turn off. I'm gonna say a turn off, so automatic thing. So here we go. If I roll a 1, you're still alive. You might die from falling off the wall, but we'll see. It rolled over my keyboard. It is unfortunately a 3.
Fuck! God damn it!
Rawlings, you make it to the top of the wall. He ran back. You're up there, and she's taking this picture. And you feel in this moment, like you already feel like your soul sort of sucked out. You already feel like so close. You already feel this thing. And then, this is rough. If you talk to her, I don't even want to get into what would have happened. Rawlings, she takes this photo, and Rawlings, she's trying to capture the like rage and fear on your face, the fleeing, this like hopeful sort of moment here. And as you're up there, your body is just kind of desiccates and you topple. Your surging energy takes you back over the other side of the wall. we were just talking about how many sessions Rawlings had been in.
Yeah.
If you'd, there's no way I shouldn't say this stuff. Like, if you talked, like, you would have just, she would have been doing some stuff with you, and never mind. All right, but no, you attacked her, you ran. She was acting weird, squirrely. She's concerned. As you sort of as you can feel your ear canals like wrinkling into sort of nothing, as you feel like the last of your life force being drawn into that camera, you can hear that woman distantly saying, like, someone's trying to get him. Somebody's trying to get him out of here. You're not really sure what any of that means. And because by the time you've landed, your soul is on the celluloid, there's you don't even know what the Soldier of Fortune's up to. Meanwhile, Trixie and Fireman, as you two sort of walk out, let's have a poetic moment here. As you guys are walking out, you do see that, like, shuffling in to the front gate is another, like, largely emaciated creature. Kind of like the way that Honey looked, this person is that, but more so. And you hear a voice saying, "No, go on in, I'll be there in a second. I just gotta put some more gas in the ATV here. Or I gotta pull something out of the, you hear like something about ATVs, but anyway. In the moonlight, as you two stand there under the burning torches, oh, poor Rawlings, as Trixie and Fireman are standing there, you see kind of shuffling in, there is this figure. It's familiar, Trixie. Like Honey was. He would look good with a chainsaw in his hands.
Oh my god. We have to go.
We have to go.
We have to go.
We have to go.
He
Look!
The devastatingly handsome Iceman is a monster.
Iceman looks at both of you. And he says,
"Can't have spicy without the icy."
and as the two of you sort of are like clinging together in fear in this courtyard, door opening behind you, as this like photography woman's walking out and saying, "Who are you two? What's going on here? Why are you here? Who sent you here?" You guys turn back and you see there's this woman. She looks like 35, kind of very like, you know, like photographer lady vibe. She's got a vest on. She also has a massive wound on her shoulder, but she doesn't seem that harmed by it. She's just kind of like rubbing. She's like, what are you two doing here? She has a camera at her side.
No, we work at the resort. We're heading back. And I'm holding on to Fireman.
You're heading back?
Yeah, I'm totally not camera ready, so...
She sort of steps out and says, Did Raoul send you here?
Yes, Raoul. He told us to come back to meet him. We are premature. We are very premature. We must go back. I'm not ready.
She looks at the Iceman and says, You, did Raoul take your picture?
You got it, bro cone?
She just shakes her head. She looks at Trixie and Fireman. Says, "Were you with the one who was out back?"
What do you mean out back?
The one who stabbed me?
The steakhouse, the new steakhouse.
You hear a voice you hear a voice from like the door calling like, "Where's the manager? Where's your manager?"
He was in the bathroom. He has IBS.
Hello? The bathroom is empty. What's going... And she turns back to you and says, "Did somebody send... What were you two doing here?"
We are here to party. Are you here to party?
She's taking her vest off and like fishing around for some gauze or something, and she's like rubbing that on her wound. And no, I'm sick of partying. I'm trying to do something different.
What do you do different? You are unique?
I'm trying to be. She looks at Trixie and Fireman. Can you do anything interesting, you two, or are you just here to fuck?
I mean, I'm really good at making drinks. I'm really good at tying people up, surprisingly.
I am an artist. I make a fire.
He does.
Is it sexy fire?
It can be sexy, it can be powerful, it can be passionate, it can be strong, it can be gentle and delicate. It can be anything you would like.
Have you ever not had sex after doing a fire show?
No.
Cool. She just kind of like rolls her film and says, all right, real close, you two.
Oh, no, I don't think we will. We're gonna...
We are not here for...
Oh my god, I've been here so long, I'm due for my shift. I don't have a watch on, but I am looking at my wrist.
And then you see there's this look on her face. Okay. So somebody warned you. So you know?
We know you. What do you know that we know?
You know that I'm gonna kill you now.
We are not No. We are... No.
For once in your cum-addled lives, show me something real. I want to see your fear. You know what's coming. You've seen what happens. She kind of gestures to Iceman. That's gonna be you. And then something else is gonna use your body. You understand?
No.
That's gonna be
This
you.
isn't fair.
It's not fair. Ooh, it's so bad. I'm so bad. Every photographer's so bad. We steal your souls and we still don't get what we want. Isn't that just awful? Doesn't that just make you filled with terror and rage?
Why? Why are you doing this to all these people? No!
That. Ask me why. If you show me that you're really upset, I'll tell you. You'll at least have that.
I am so upset, I'm going to burn you. And I turn on the flamethrower. Flow.
You do the flamethrower.
That's what he calls it.
Understood. So you're going to turn the flamethrower on. Well, I think in that case, go ahead and do an Ignite the Night.
Ooh.
I'm going to set a kiss. Kiss lips.
Kiss lips. So you're trying to be... you don't get the benefit of the turn on because you're setting it to kiss, but you're trying to just be like direct, truthful. Ooh. Fireman.
I want my... Yes.
Here's the situation. Okay. This is an interesting situation. You are doing something... So go ahead and roll 2d6 for me. But... you are being so truthful to who you are that this is what she's looking for. Trixie has this look of terror on her face. You have this look of like joy and orgasmic whatever, but also that you're like, at least I'll burn her. So 2d6, what'd you roll?
I rolled a stroke buns, and stroke is a turn off.
Stroke is a turn off. Oh, wait, stroke buns. I'm sorry, no. You rolled 2d6 here. Okay, so that's 5 and 1, so 6. Okay. She rolled... Oof, now she's going to take... She will take all that. Okay. Oof, she's actually she's on fire now, but her lens, and you see this purple mist swirling in the lens of her camera. But then you do both hear a click. Can you both please roll a resist for me?
Is that just one? What's the resist?
Just the normal, just a normal roll.
2d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your normal roll. Yeah.
Suck buns, and buns is a turnoff.
Buns is a turnoff. Okay, good. You'll take half.
Blow thigh.
Blow thigh for you. That's not great for you. Okay. Fireman. I just rolled a 6. So Fireman, you are the last moment of your life as your soul is sucked out of your body and your life force leaves you sort of desiccated, and now there's just this like thing on the ground, the skeletal thing shooting flame all over the place, maybe even lighting the whole place on fire. Who knows? You do fall. Trixie, because of the resistance, you feel yourself age, your boobs shrivel and wrinkle. You can see it. You see your hands getting like whatever. It's just she lifts it. Trixie, you go to 3. Do you even want to live anymore?
No.
Then the second photo will get you in that case. And guys, a toast to Rawlings.
Oh.
Ooh.
If he'd even turned around and looked at her, like if he'd even like just any engagement, him just running, she was like, okay. Oh man. And then the attack was great, but oh boy. Oh man.
Wow.
She's honestly very hurt now between that stab and the fire.
Still on fire?
She's on fire because of Fireman. We'll deal with what happened to her. She was just trying to do something a little more interesting than what most people do on this place at the secret studio, but Rawlings, it's a shame.
The most rational person on Voluptua just died.
R.I.P. everyone.
And all the
Pour one out for
secrets
the
have
homies.
gone. All the secrets have gone with him.
That is really true.
Oh no.
It's also just, it's rough. Oh God, that's really sad. I'm sorry, Rawlings. The mistake I think Rawlings made, I understand why he was doing it relative, was the Soldier of Fortune, though, is not a guy to go hang out with.
No, but the Soldier of Fortune is my ticket out of here.
Yes, exactly. You're like,
But he is a good tipper, so
he's a good tipper. Oh, Rawlings, I'm going to turn your name red in my character status list. All your names, in fact. I'm sorry, guys.
Fucking damn it.
R.I.P. y'all.
It is. I will say there's an interesting thing happens to Dan, and this was a circumstance of like you kind of just like based on what you were doing. I was like, I think this is how this is going down. Like poor Dylan, the dice fucked you over so hard because like
That's true.
You've played other characters, a bit of other things here and there, but like it's like it hasn't been since Dylan since I've seen Dan be like, I'm not out here for a nat 13 right now. Really want to survive, guys. Really don't want to die right now.
Oh boy.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, everyone, we will absolutely return to Voluptua. There is no way it won't happen, but we are not going to be at Voluptua next week because, Kimberly's still around, but
Yeah, what happened to her?
she just wandered off. I don't know. She fucked
She's in the hot tub still.
She fucked some traveling salesperson somewhere, and who was also on. Yeah, she found a hot tub. There was someone in a hot tub. Oh, Rawlings. Well, that was. How are you, Dan? Are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's rough.
I'll be okay.
Rawlings has there will theoretically become one of these weird like handsome Rawlings things walking around, so much the way that Oksana, there may still be something for you to do with a Rawlings, you know what I mean? But Sequoia will finally, once he fully handsomeifies, he and Sequoia can get it on. So there's that.
Well, and he and Iceman can be brocones.
That's true. Iceman might have got burnt up in the conflagration out there, but we'll
Story
see.
of Fire and Ice.
Sorry.
Song of Fire and Ice.
Oh my god, yes. Well, everybody, yes. I see in that. I just went to chat here. Have some soup or a smoothie in Rawlings' honor. He made it to 4 domains, which is more than anyone else.
Aw, Dan.
Bad news. I'm sorry, Dan. To that point though, Dan, I'm going to kick this to Rawlings to Dan in Rawlings' honor as a final decision. We have some open threads in this game. We have some living individuals in different places. I also really, really like, some of the domains that we've already been to. And I think rather than going to a new one, I'll ask the three of you if anybody would, and also Dan, this will be your call. If you just want to roll a D13 and we go wherever that says, that's what we'll do. Me though, I feel like I kind of would like to maybe go back to...
And maybe time to go back to Paradise.
Maybe Paradise, or Merkshire. Or I think there's a lot of story that can still be told in those places. So, if you simply want to choose, or if you want to roll between a limited number of options, I'm going to leave that to you. I know you know.
It is a dice game after all.
It's a dice game after all. What are you going to roll?
It's a 10.
A 10.
On a D13.
I am going to ask for a reroll because that's Rocket Base, and we had some fun there. There are open threads there, but I kind of want to do
7.
Next week, everyone get ready to visit in with Sarah Quill, the realm of Merkshire. So you will not need to make a character, but anyone else joining us will. That being said, we are not going to be in the Merkshire region of the Isles of Gloom. We will be elsewhere. I will think of what that could imply. But we know that Sarah found Etienne. I believe everyone else in Merkshire is either dead in Trow House or a zombie controlled by some interplanar being and just still in that house at Bitter End. All right, Merkshire it is. Next week.
Dang.
Somewhat fitting, as that is Rawlings' home Dreadland.
Mm-hmm.
Have his funeral there.
I'm sorry, Dan. Oh man. It's the trick of this game is it's like you get attached to the characters for like so long, but it is always so lethal.
Yeah. Well, and Philip, you know this about me. Is that like, it just takes me time to get there.
Yeah.
Was that a like an innuendo thing? Like
No. Normally it takes me no time at all to get there.
Woo!
Oh man. Well, I will miss Rawlings, and we may see a form of him return. But for next week, we're going to be turning our attention back to Merkshire, back to the Isles of Gloom. We'll be going back to that will once again be 3 D100 systems a week on this game, but
it's fine.
so it goes.
That's
Oh,
my
I
favorite
missed those.
system.
Those are fun. Those were fun.
It's a very I like that system a lot. Okay, cool. Well, everybody, until next time.
We have a lot that we have to talk about.
Oh, right. We have to say all the stuff we do. Cool. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, please do our shout-outs.
Let's do our thankies.
Yeah.
Let's someone named Steinbergler, I don't know who that is, resubscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed for 16 whole months.
Whoa.
Wow.
16
Great job.
months?
Yeah.
How long have we been doing this for 16 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, have you been subscribed since Top Flight?
Yeah.
Like since the very beginning?
Yeah, I've been using my Prime sub on this.
Ah, as I said, I didn't figure out Twitch until 3 months in.
That's why I have the founder badge.
Oh.
Ooh, fancy.
Found a badge. Well, yes. So,
also, a shout out to Minnesota Twins this evening.
Real one.
Being a kind gentleman and giving out a community sub gift this evening. Thank you, sir. Always coming through with the generosity for those in the stream.
much appreciated.
Also, I want to say thank you to Kern so much. He came from the Modifius, or however you say it, subreddit. Philip, how do you say it?
I believe it's
Not subreddit, Discord.
I genuinely don't know. Modifius seems like if you just had it there, but based on some of their like symbols, I think it's Modifius. Modifius.
However you say it, thank you so much for popping over from there. He has become a fan of Blood from a Stone, or they have become a fan of Blood from a Stone.
Yeah.
So,
and watched like almost all of that in like a couple weeks.
Well,
right?
That's very impressive.
Thank you so much.
That is very interesting. I appreciate that. Modifius.
Modifius. There it is. We have it.
It makes sense for it to, like, if you see the word just written, Modifius makes sense, but they put all these like umlauts and things on it that I'm like, well, okay, so what's that? Fair enough. Modifius.
Yeah. Which, relevant to this, we will be playing the Star Trek Adventures system on the first Friday of every month in place of Blood from a Stone.
That is correct. I will also mention we're going to be doing irregular little like check-ins and smaller games, although the one we did yesterday with Senec, which was awesome. Dan and Lauren were here yesterday for a game that just wound up being a full session of that, and it was really good.
You can't put like two of the most role-played people into a thing and not expect it to expand.
I know. It was great. It was great. I had so much fun.
It was so good.
So that was awesome. So yeah, kind of look out for those. We will post about those on our Discord and on our Instagram. So follow us on Instagram at LongLostLoreRPG, because at LongLostLore was already taken. But we are at LongLostLore on Twitter and TikTok. Go to our Discord for sure, which we can put the link into. Here's the one I know how to do. So yeah, go to our Discord where we post recaps of this stuff and we kind of chat about things and all sorts of fun there. On tomorrow, we have another installment of
Long Lost Loves, the content of which may have changed because I received a message which I will speak with you about after this, but it is to be determined what we will be discussing tomorrow.
Something fun will be discussed tomorrow. Great.
Rawlings Invoked Mystery.
Rawlings Invoked Mystery.
The Invoked Mystery from the dead.
On Sunday, we will have an installment of A More Wretched Hive, I hope. And that is the Star Wars game about a band. On Monday, we will have Civilized Age, which is the game where Dan and Lauren play as a divorced couple. A Star Wars game set hundreds of years after the movies. They just want to get their kids back. I just want my kids back. And then on Tuesday, Murder by Murder, Agatha Christie Murder Mystery. I keep saying I think they're going to solve it this week, and I always sound weird, so I'm just going to say they might solve it this week. Might just be more silly accents. Either way, it'll be fun. And then a week from tonight, we'll be back with Blood from a Stone, back in Merkshire. Make sure it's Merkshire. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this. This has been so fun. I want to say thanks to all my players. I especially just want to say to Dan, thank you for bringing us Rawlings. I'm going to choose to be so glad for all the time we had Rawlings. And so sad. Oh, God. That fucking Soldier of Fortune is... He's still cool. I guess he's still a cool guy.
If we had like a high production value here, we would have like cuts of Rawlings' greatest hits.
Slow motion.
In the arms of...
No, I'd say from the Bushman song, that It's So Hard to Say Goodbye, whatever that song's called.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's the one.
Or Rawlings.
Or Photograph. Who sang Photograph? That was my class song.
Look at this photograph.
Photograph.
Every time I do it makes me graph.
It's fitting because of the way he died.
Fitting because he died from a picture.
Yeah, it is. That's good. That's good.
Anyway, y'all.
Oh, Rawlings. All right. Well,
Don't tarnish his legacy.
on that sad note, thank you all so much. We'll see you next time. Until then, have a dreadful